The dark secrets behind the death of Yu Menglong and Zhao Hongfei, the hidden world no one talks about. The world thinks they know the story. They think Yu Menglong and Zhao Hongfei were just talented actors, victims of a cruel twist of fate. But beneath the glitz, the smiles, and the red carpet appearances, there was a shadow world, a hidden network of power, betrayal, and secrets so dark that even the most seasoned insiders shiver to talk about it. Yu Menglong wasn't just a rising star. He was a man who had stumbled upon something dangerous. Something that could topple empires of influence in the entertainment industry and beyond. Zhao Hongfei, a close confidant and rising figure, may have known more than he should have, and some say that his death wasn't a random tragedy, it was a warning. Investigators have quietly traced a pattern. Exclusive parties where the elite gather, not to celebrate, but to control. Sources describe these events as high-stakes games where alliances are tested, secrets are traded, and sometimes, lives are gambled. Yu Menglong was reportedly present at several of these events in the months leading up to his death. Some insiders whisper that he started asking questions, dangerous questions. In the weeks before the tragedy, both Yu Menglong and Zhao Hongfei left behind messages that have baffled authorities and fans alike. Cryptic posts on social media, private messages hinting at hidden threats, and sudden, unexplained travels to remote locations. Some experts believe these were cries for help. Others believe they were evidence of a silent battle that had already begun. What makes this case explosive isn't just the deaths themselves, it's who surrounds them. Reports indicate connections to major figures in entertainment, business, and even politics. Each link is a thread that, if pulled, could unravel a network of influence, corruption, and unimaginable power. The question that everyone is asking: was this really just a tragic accident, or a calculated move to silence those who knew too much? Official reports are frustratingly sparse. Investigators close to the case suggest that some leads were softened or quietly redirected. Witnesses were hesitant, documents went missing, and evidence trails went cold. Some insiders claim this is typical when powerful names are involved, but in this case, it raises a chilling possibility. What if the very system meant to uncover the truth was compromised? The deeper you dig into the world surrounding Yu Menglong and Zhao Hongfei, the darker it gets. What seemed like ordinary lives of fame and glamour were actually a fragile facade. Behind closed doors, encrypted messages, secret meetings, and high-stakes maneuvering were shaping a story that the world was never supposed to see. Months before their deaths, Yu Menglong reportedly began receiving cryptic messages through channels that only insiders could access. These weren't ordinary threats, they were warnings. Some messages referenced documents containing explosive revelations about powerful individuals in both the entertainment industry and government-linked enterprises. Zhao Hongfei, known for his tech savviness, was allegedly helping Yu Menglong decrypt files that could expose a sprawling network of corruption. Insiders claim these files included contracts, financial transfers, and personal communications that linked some of the most famous celebrities to secretive groups operating far from public scrutiny. Rumors suggest that both men had begun compiling evidence that could topple careers, destroy reputations, and ignite scandals of unprecedented scale. Witnesses report that Yu Menglong and Zhao Hongfei were seen attending clandestine meetings in locations that seemed random but were carefully chosen to avoid detection. Private villas in remote areas, rented offices under false identities, even late-night gatherings in abandoned warehouses. According to leaked sources, one such meeting involved a shocking revelation: a plan to manipulate public perception through media, social platforms, and even fan communities. The duo realized that some people in positions of power were willing to go to extreme lengths, including violence, to protect their secrets. This is where the story takes a chilling turn. Some of the names linked to these documents and communications include figures who are considered untouchable, celebrities, producers, and executives whose influence stretches across borders. Any whistleblower would face not only professional ruin but also serious personal risk. Yu Menglong's courage in confronting these people is believed to have made him a target. Zhao Hongfei, as his close associate, shared the same fate. The question is no longer if someone wanted them gone. It's how far those in power were willing to go to ensure silence. 3 months before death, Yu Menglong begins compiling documents linking major figures to secretive operations. 2 months before death, Zhao Hongfei assists in encrypting files and coordinating meetings to safely store evidence. 1 month before death, both men reportedly receive veiled threats. Some of their closest contacts suddenly disappear or stop responding. Final days, they are seen together in isolated locations, allegedly discussing contingency plans in case their discoveries came to light. By now, it's clear, Yu Menglong and Zhao Hongfei weren't just unlucky stars. They were stepping into a deadly arena where influence, greed, and secrecy collided. But who exactly were the players orchestrating this deadly game? And why would anyone go so far as to silence them permanently? Sources close to the investigation describe a clandestine network of influential figures, often referred to in whispers as the Inner Circle. This group allegedly includes top-tier celebrities, entertainment executives, and shadowy business magnates with access to international networks. According to leaked information, some members of this inner circle allegedly profited from manipulating media coverage, fan behavior, and public sentiment. They maintained secret communication channels to coordinate actions without leaving a trace. Our insider sources suggest that anyone exposing their activities could face career-ending blackmail, or worse. Yu Menglong's name reportedly appeared on a list of people who knew too much, alongside Zhao Hongfei. Once this happens, insiders say, survival is no longer guaranteed. Why would anyone go to such lengths to silence 2 actors? Investigators speculate. 1. Financial exposure. Some of the encrypted files supposedly revealed suspicious financial transactions, hidden investments, and offshore accounts tied to entertainment elites. 2. Political ties. Certain revelations hinted at links between celebrities and influential political figures, potentially exposing corruption at multiple. 3. Public image control. The inner circle allegedly feared that if the truth emerged, fan loyalty could shatter, sponsorship deals could collapse, and decades of cultivated influence would vanish overnight. It wasn't just about protecting wealth, it was about protecting power. And power, insiders warn, can be lethal. Eyewitness reports suggest that both Yu Menglong and Zhao Hongfei were being followed in the weeks leading up to their deaths. Unmarked cars, shadowy figures at airports, and cryptic phone calls were all noted. Some witnesses claim the men seemed increasingly cautious, even paranoid, aware that someone was watching their every move. Leaked CCTV footage, never officially released, reportedly shows a mysterious figure near Zhao Hongfei's residence days before his death. While authorities have not confirmed identities, speculation is rampant online. A few anonymous insiders have come forward, claiming they were in over their heads. The moment they started asking the wrong questions, someone decided they had to be stopped, permanently. Others hint at internal disputes within the entertainment industry itself, alliances breaking apart, rivalries turning deadly, and secret deals gone wrong. The world will never see these files, or at least, that's the plan of those who wanted Yu Menglong and Zhao Hongfei silenced. According to insiders, the encrypted files the 2 men were trying to expose contained information so explosive it could bring entire networks of celebrities, business tycoons, and shadowy political operatives crashing down. Some of the files reportedly detailed financial schemes that went far beyond simple embezzlement. Offshore accounts under anonymous shells, allegedly connected to major stars and executives. Shadow contracts and hidden revenue streams from sponsorship deals, film rights, and merchandise. Undisclosed bribes to manipulate awards, media coverage, and fan engagement. These weren't just numbers on paper, they were proof of a system that manipulated fame, influence, and money at an industrial scale. Leaked reports suggest there were audio and video recordings, some capturing private meetings where controversial decisions were made. Discussions about controlling fan communities to generate hype or silence criticism. Plans to discredit rivals using false allegations or media manipulation. Conversations implying willingness to remove obstacles by any means necessary. Yu Menglong's and Zhao Hongfei's access to these recordings reportedly made them high-priority targets. Insiders say the 2 had begun compiling a timeline of these interactions, perhaps intending to release them publicly. The files allegedly exposed not just corruption, but personal betrayals. Are friends and colleagues secretly working for competing factions? Are secret deals between celebrities and shadow investors to monopolize projects and profits? Are attempts to manipulate the public narrative through staged events, leaks, and even false scandals? This web of deceit wasn't just professional, it was personal. And anyone who tried to untangle it risked getting caught in the crossfire. It's reported that in the last days of their lives, Menglong and Zhao Hongfei were working furiously, decrypting files, meeting witnesses, and trying to secure evidence in case something went wrong. Some insiders claim they even attempted to transfer crucial data to external parties for safekeeping. But someone always knew where they were. Someone was watching. Despite the magnitude of the revelations, official reports barely scratched the surface. Evidence vanished, digital trails were wiped, and witnesses disappeared or were silenced. The files, and the truths they contained, are now largely inaccessible, leaving only fragments of a story too dangerous to be told openly. The last days of Menglong and Zhao Hongfei were marked by fear, secrecy, and an escalating sense of danger. Insiders say the two men were acutely aware that their discoveries put them directly in the crosshairs of powerful forces, but how far those forces were willing to go is terrifying. Investigators and anonymous insiders have repeatedly hinted at several high-profile figures who had the most to lose. Are entertainment moguls whose empires were built on controlling narratives and suppressing rivals. Are political allies of celebrities, whose covert ties could be exposed by leaked files. Are international investors, who allegedly funded secretive operations to maintain dominance in media and entertainment markets. These were people with resources, influence, and networks capable of orchestrating a complex, multi-layered campaign of intimidation and potentially elimination. According to sources, the final days looked something like this. 72 hours before death, Menglong and Zhao Hongfei are seen meeting in a secure location, attempting to finalize backup plans for their evidence. 48 hours before death, they reportedly received direct threats, cryptic warnings that their lives were at risk if they continued. Some messages allegedly included veiled references to accidents and misfortune. 24 hours before death, the men were reportedly spotted by surveillance near private locations previously used for secret meetings. Witnesses described unusual activity, unmarked vehicles, unknown individuals, and abrupt departures. Of the fateful day, circumstances surrounding their deaths remain murky. Some reports suggest orchestrated incidents designed to look accidental, while others imply direct confrontation. Even in the chaos surrounding their deaths, patterns hint at premeditation. Certain files and devices were reported missing shortly after their deaths. Key witnesses changed statements or became unreachable. Digital footprints suggest remote tampering with devices, potentially to erase evidence. Insiders warn that these are not coincidences, but deliberate actions to ensure the story remained buried. While official statements were sparse and vague, friends, co-workers, and fans sensed something deeply wrong. Social media posts hinted at fear and frustration, with some followers noting Menglong had become withdrawn and unusually cautious in his last weeks. Zhao Hongfei reportedly shared similar concerns privately with close friends, expressing unease about certain people who were watching him. While the public mourned the deaths of Menglong and Zhao Hongfei as tragic accidents, behind closed doors, a very different story was unfolding. Insiders and whistleblowers hint that the official narrative barely scratches the surface, and that deliberate cover-ups may have obscured the truth. Several anomalies have raised red flags. Delayed investigations. Key evidence, including encrypted devices and private communications, was reportedly seized late or mishandled, preventing timely analysis. Inconsistent reports. Police and official statements shifted repeatedly, with timelines and causes of death adjusted without clear explanation. Missing witnesses. Individuals who could have shed light on the events were reportedly silenced, threatened, or disappeared under mysterious circumstances. Some sources suggest these were not mistakes, they were calculated moves designed to control the narrative. Anonymous insiders from within the entertainment industry have shared chilling testimonies. They weren't just targets, they were a threat. Once people like you and Zhao start uncovering the wrong things, it's not just about careers. It becomes personal. and some people don't hesitate to act. Other accounts describe secretive meetings where evidence was intentionally destroyed, and how powerful figures used media influence to paint the duo's work as inconsequential or paranoid. Investigators have hinted at a shadow network, an unspoken alliance between certain media outlets, powerful producers, and industry elites. This network allegedly had the means to suppress damaging information before it reached the public, manipulate social media to redirect attention or discredit sources, coordinate with insiders to quietly remove evidence, witnesses, and potential leaks. This silent machinery, insiders warn, ensured that only fragments of the truth would ever reach the public. The timeline surrounding Yu Menglong and Zhao Hongfei's deaths suggests premeditation rather than coincidence. Reports of missing devices and files immediately after the deaths. Conflicting accounts from security personnel and law enforcement at the scenes. An unexplained lack of surveillance footage in critical areas where the men were last seen. Even more alarming, some friends of the actors hinted that they had begun fearing for their lives, but felt trapped, unsure whom they could trust. Fans attempted to raise awareness on social media, demanding transparency and investigation. But many posts were mysteriously removed or shadow banned, fueling rumors that the cover-up extended into digital spaces. Social media detectives noticed strange coincidences. Accounts posting details about the files or secret meetings were suddenly deactivated, while mainstream narratives painted both deaths as unrelated tragedies. The deeper the investigation goes, the more it becomes clear that this was not a case confined to one country or one industry. Yu Menglong and Zhao Hongfei had uncovered threads that stretched across borders, connecting international figures, secretive corporations, and powerful media conglomerates. Sources suggest that the duo's files hinted at cross-border financial operations, complex networks funneling funds to obscure accounts tied to both entertainment elites and political actors overseas. Influence campaigns, alleged manipulation of fan bases, social media trends, and media narratives in multiple countries. Secret alliances, collaborations between high-profile figures across Asia and beyond, designed to consolidate power while hiding illegal activity. These revelations, if fully exposed, could have triggered international scandals, implicating celebrities, executives, and government-linked entities alike. Despite the threats and dangers, Yu Menglong and Zhao Hongfei reportedly left behind messages and hints, tiny breadcrumbs intended for those who could read between the lines. Examples include encrypted journals, files containing codes and symbols that hinted at identities and transactions, hidden social media posts, messages that appeared innocuous but, when decoded, allegedly referenced key locations, dates, and names, unreleased recordings, audio files that suggested meetings with unknown individuals and discussions about impending threats. Some experts suggest that these clues were a desperate attempt to expose the truth without being directly caught. Whistleblowers and insiders indicate that some colleagues knew enough to fear for their own safety. In private conversations, they reportedly confirmed they were digging where they shouldn't have. They found things that powerful people wanted buried, forever. Many insiders went silent shortly after, suggesting a chilling ripple effect of fear and intimidation. The deaths, the missing evidence, and the disappearing witnesses hint at something more sinister than coincidence. Patterns of tampering with files and devices before and after their deaths. Reports of surveillance at private residences and public spaces. Mysterious accidents and misdirections designed to obscure the truth. Taken together, these actions suggest a coordinated effort to ensure the two men's findings would never see the light of day. Social media erupted in the wake of their deaths, with fans posting cryptic messages, calling for transparency, and sharing fragments of the duo's last posts and videos. But many of these messages were deleted or suppressed, fueling suspicions of a larger cover-up. Online forums and private fan groups became hubs for speculation, with some fans piecing together clues from leaked images, posts, and interviews. They theorized connections between high-profile figures, unexplained financial movements, and mysterious disappearances that aligned with the deaths. Within the entertainment industry, whispers of fear and intimidation circulated. Colleagues who previously collaborated with the duo reportedly became cautious about sharing information. Insider sources suggest that some industry figures actively distanced themselves, fearing association with the controversy. Executives and managers allegedly monitored media coverage, social platforms, and fan discussions to control the narrative. These actions indicate a network that extends far beyond a single company or region, a global web of influence seeking to contain the fallout. Investigators and insiders point to hidden forces that may have played a role in silencing Yu Menglong and Zhao Hongfei. Media manipulation, selective reporting, deleted posts, and misdirection campaigns to keep public perception neutral. Digital suppression, removal of online evidence, deactivation of accounts, and tampering with social platforms. Physical intimidation, threats, shadowing, and mysterious accidents designed to maintain fear and silence witnesses. These forces appear coordinated, suggesting that the deaths were not random tragedies but part of a larger effort to protect secrets. Even after their deaths, the ripple effect continues. Some fans claim they have uncovered fragments of the files, hinting at global influence operations, financial corruption, and secret alliances. Whistleblowers and insiders remain in fear, reluctant to speak publicly but hinting at ongoing cover-ups. The world may never see the full scope of the revelations Yu Menglong and Zhao Hongfei discovered, but the fragments that remain paint a chilling picture of power, greed, and secrecy. Yu Menglong and Zhao Hongfei tried to shine light on truths far bigger than themselves. Even in death, their efforts inspire questions, investigations, and the relentless pursuit of answers by those who refuse to be silenced. The case remains open, fragmented, and fraught with mystery, but one thing is clear: the dark secrets behind their deaths reveal an entertainment world far more dangerous than the public has ever imagined.